Okay, I'm back. Got something to share with you. Hanging out, doing the thing. So I made this post yesterday I think it was yesterday. May have been yesterday, may have been today. Not exactly sure. But anyway, it was about authenticity being 4,000 times more powerful than love. And the reason is because when you're authentic to your soul's expression, it supersedes time, space, all of these things. And what has been occurring as of late is that there has been some confusion around what authenticity is. Authenticity, in the way that it was described to me, is that it is this embodiment of your soul's truth, and that it's emanating and permeating through the world itself. Mixed with unconditional love becomes a force that is reckoned with, that changes dynamics and changes the world that we live in. The truth is that now is the perfect time for this combination to happen of deep reverence for life and unconditional love, not tolerance. Unconditional love meaning, what are you expressing into the world? And is that authentic and true to your soul? Because here's the thing, the tree doesn't think about growing. The earth doesn't think about spinning. Your soul doesn't think about existing. It just is present. And that authentic expression of you that is so magical and divine and pure and raw and loving gets to be expressed into the world. In the seconds and the moments that you choose not to do that, denies the world of that experience. And it doesn't mean pushing your way through life and saying, I'm being authentic and that's what No. It's more about this space of, what is your soul? What is God, the divine, calling you to be? What in the now? And are you answering that call and being present to it fully? Or are you second guessing it and holding back because you want to make someone else feel comfortable? You want to make them feel comfortable with who and what you are. Your soul piece is so precisely created. It is magical and divine and whole as it is. You came here to omit fear and emit this deep soul shine that is you, and to live your life according to what that is. This, oh my God, beautiful expression of what you are. And when I was younger, I used to think that, because I see the soul, and I know when someone's soul is home or not home, that I used to have to try to make people feel comfortable with that I see people that way. And I began to notice that people didn't move with their soul. They began to move in separate motion from what the soul was asking them to do. And I can see it by the fire in your eyes. I can see that your soul is at home and your body is lit up with the fire that can't be put out. Your soul is timeless. It knows no limitations. It knows no society standards or compromise or making other people feel comfortable. And I began my journey when I was younger, making people feel comfortable with the fact that this is how I live my life. That I see people in this rawness. Now, it doesn't mean that just they don't show up that way, so I get to tolerate whatever they choose to do. No. What it means is that because I move in such fluid motion with God, with the universe, and my soul as the divine dance between the two, and it's so magical. It is infectious. I had to learn how to move that into life and begin to share that as my authentic expression in this world, without trying to make people feel comfortable with it. It is what it is, and it is not what is not. And the beginning of that phase for you is, who would you be if you had no past and you were just living now? Breaking free of generational curses and society standards and limitations and all of those things, because the truth is, whatever you're seeking and whatever you're desiring to create is because it's put there by God, by your soul, in tandem, working together. And without you, nothing gets done. And without you, it affects me. And if I don't show up and do my piece, then it definitely affects you. Because we are a collaboration with divine, always moving and flowing in these dances with reality. And I don't say reality in the sense of your 3D version of what reality is, because this is not reality. This is the playground. This is where magic gets to happen. This is the space of breathing into life, what it is that you're called to do on such a magnitude, and also in these small moments and decisions that you take every day. Who are you choosing to be? Who is that fire of you that is so beautiful that you hold back because you've been judged? You've been criticized. You were taught to not feel, to be afraid, to fit into the box. Not choosing yourself and not choosing your soul is like death itself. You will become hollow. And the beauty of your creation in this world doesn't have to do with these things that you choose to do for work. It's nothing to do with that. But it is inclusive of what you're being asked to do. What are you giving back to? How are you showing up authentically as a soul expression, not as an ego authenticity? Because there's a big, huge difference. And I want to share with you a couple of things about that. Because the post that I got is, yeah, I'm being authentic. Yeah, but are you authentic when the shit is hitting the fan and you feel so overwhelmed by life that you can't see your way out of a paper bag? Because you don't ask for guidance, and you don't ask for direction, and you don't know how to listen because your soul isn't home in the body. There's two things happening. There's the men in the world are meant to stand and rise and lead and create the pathway from a place of divine masculine leadership in its whole form. And we as women are meant to create this sacred space of holding and captivating and being the engine to that fire. Because we are both, but we are also meant to create beauty in the world in our own unique ways. And it's not time to sit on the fence anymore or throw spaghetti at the wall and try to figure it out. The reason why the things aren't working the way that you plan them in your mind, or that you plan them according to what you think your intuition is telling you to do, is because you're not fully embodied in your body as a soul. And so how in the world are you supposed to figure out how to do life? How are you supposed to figure out how to do a business and generate sales and command a presence and to be this contributor to what is being asked of us? And it doesn't mean, like I said, these big moments of like, oh my God, it's over the top, right? It's not that. It's actually in those small moments where you're sitting with your child or you're sitting with your girlfriend and you have a belly laugh that is so raw and captivating that it moves the whole entire frequency of your body. That is authentic. Are you letting yourself be seen when no one's looking? Because it's not about the show. It's not about the show, babe. It's only about the expression of who you are. This deep, divine, amazing gift that you are. The gifts and the talents that were placed inside your soul for lifetimes are meant to be expressed right now. And breathing into those spaces. And I have a secret to tell you. Everyone always thinks that it's this big, huge thing. And it's really not. It's not about your business, like I said. It's not about your kids. It's not about your life itself. It's only about your soul's expression and the gifts and the talents that you came to express in this world, because you are a beautiful soul that changes a room because you're that authentically expressed in life. That's what it is. Mixed with unconditional love. That's a recipe I'm after. That is pure magic. That's where the veils get lifted and dropped and your soul becomes this feeling that people get to feel with you, and they begin to change and move and do life differently. That is what this life is about. That is why the universe and God need us to create what we're meant to create. Not for money. Not for rewards. Not because you gave back and you felt good about it. Seamless expression of your soul. Whole. Complete. So, this is the way that I have seen the whole entire world since day one. It made a very confusing time period for me growing up, because the world didn't move like that, and I was seeing it. I was very confused, because why would you not experience that magic in its beauty? Why would you not choose to be authentic in that way? So, in my 30 years, I've learned to recognize where someone's soul's not present in their body. And knowing that I'm an activator, knowing that I create with my words, like weaving things into form, and moving so seamlessly with God and the universe and all that is from day one. As soon as my eyes opened, I knew what this was all about. And then my unfolding of magic and how fun life gets to be. Also how painful, how raw, and how do I move in those rhythms? Because your body just, it breathes, it has a heartbeat, it has a rhythm, and your soul moves in conjunction with that, like this, heartbeat, tandem, always. This is how we change the world. It's not about, I'm going to say, the moments last night that were displayed on TV. I'll edit it so that I don't get edited. Because if I say too much, then you know how that goes. What you're watching play out is whether or not authenticity and soul mixed with God. That's what you're watching play out. So you want to know how it goes. There's already a plan in place. So if you want to know more about how you can work with me, I work with people in a couple of different ways. For the men out there who I love and adore, I have Caliber, which is the calibration to your highest legacy, your fullest expression in this world, and it's time for you to step up as men and lead, please. There's also 12-strand DNA activation, where I work in the neural pathways within the brain to move and shift things that you have decided to allow from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime, and awaken your DNA structure to what Christ consciousness is. I also have wealth and poverty vows, where I go in and work with your money frequency to see where generational wealth has been blocked and where are you here to heal and mend that frequency. I also work inside your business from an intuitive perspective in tandem with your soul and God. And I'm able to see the pathway of where it's going in your business, what works and doesn't work, and help create a legacy for you in that. And then I have Liberté, which is the fullest expression of you, free and raw and unapologetic. So if you choose that, that is a mastermind. Then I have, in addition to that, Phenomenon, which supersedes all of those things. It is about this breath and the willingness to become all that you were called to be. So if you're interested in any of those things, hi Rhonda, long time no see. Love you. You can comment below, or you can reach out in my DMs, or you can check out my links above. My websites are listed. It's going to be an amazing ride. See you soon.